Today, me and my group members would like to present about the acquisition of Lvmh, Louis Vuitton and Bulgari.
Hi everyone, my name is Kaheng.
My name is Ishi Shan.
My name is Guang Huili.
My name is Lo Chin.
My name is Yo Hui Eun.
My name is Dui Teo Hui Ru. I would like to start present the first part of our presentation today, which is introduction part. I will explain to you all about the background of this acquisition, structure of luxury goods industry, management and board director, the corporate mission and vision, and the location of the company. Now, let us start with the background of acquisition. Lvmh is the company that merged by two companies, which are Louis Vuitton and Moet Hennessy in 1987. Lvmh can be categorized as a multinational corporation who focus on luxury goods products. 2011, Lvmh acquired an Italian jewelry brand which named Bulgari by buying the majority shares of Bulgari as 50.4%. At the same time, Lvmh exchanged its 3% shares to Bulgari. This acquisition is such a large acquisition in history. Do you know what is luxury good industry? Let me explain about the luxury good industry structure for you. Luxury good industry is an industry that's selling about the products that contain the highest quality and price in the market. Luxury goods include all kinds of products, from the common such as clothing, cosmetics, to speak like automobile, furniture, and so on. Millionaire Henry's group is the biggest spender for luxury goods industry. Henry's definitely not a name of the person. It's actually a short form for high earners not rich yet. Henry Group has spent for luxury goods around $86k US. Lvmh is one of the leading companies in luxury goods industry market. Most of the top 10 luxury goods industry companies are from France, and Lvmh have been ranked at the first company with the total revenue of $48,057 million US. Board of directors is the top management team in order to increase the value of the company. The CEO of Lvmh Group is Bernard Arnault. Now, I would like to let you guys know the corporate mission and vision of Lvmh Group. The mission of Lvmh Group is to represent the most beauties of Western art world around the world. For the vision is to ensure the development of each of its houses while respecting their identities and their autonomy, providing the sources to create, produce, and market their products and services through carefully selected channels. Lvmh have around 60 subsidiaries all over the world, and its headquarters is located at 2 Rue du Pont-Neuf, 75001 Paris. That's all from me. Thank you. Our group members, Lo Chin, will continue our presentation today about the company corporate strategies.
Today, I would like to present about the company corporate strategy. First and foremost, Louis Vuitton used the efficiency strategy to gain the benefit of synergy. Bulgari is a potential company in the luxury business. However, this company faced financial problems because they invested in a big store investment when its sales were falling. At that time, everyone thought that the Switch Watch Group has a chance to take over it. Unexpectedly, the company that helped Bulgari to survive from the financial crisis is Louis Vuitton. Louis Vuitton used the friendly mergers technique. This showed that the win-win situation for both of the company. Louis Vuitton can increase their market power and eliminate the other company who are trying to acquire it. Bulgari also can successfully solve their financial problem. Secondly, Louis Vuitton used the valuation strategy to the Bulgari company. As a family business, Bulgari had been operating independently for more than 100 years. Throughout these years, the family were directly involved in the management and executive of the company. Bernard Arnault believed that the sufficient experience of Bulgari families in business would be beneficial to both Louis Vuitton and also Bulgari, as the latter knows the jewelry and watches from the beginning of the creation and production to the end of after-sales service. Bernard Arnault saw the value of Bulgari and he went for a long-term development. Next, empire building strategy is the company gain greater authority within the organization, especially that will increase the number of staff. In the past 25 years, Louis Vuitton has turned a small apparel manufacturer that had almost closed down into a conglomerate with more than 60 luxury brands such as Givenchy, Tiffany & Co., Fenty, and Christian Dior, and Bulgari. Louis Vuitton has already become the largest luxury conglomerate in the world. Then, I will continue to the topic with the reason of merger and acquisition. The reasons are, first one, Bulgari decided to join the Louis Vuitton because their history, value, craftsmanship, and the identity strengthening the long-term development of this group. Second, the strong brand recognition of Louis Vuitton. Third, Louis Vuitton acquired the Bulgari company was because it is potential luxury business in the market. Fourth, the Bulgari has a strong brand recognition and excellent in the team management. After that, I'd like to share about do the mergers and acquisition achieve its objective and give the reason. The Louis Vuitton company has acquired Bulgari company and they successfully achieved its objective. People build on their company knowledge. Bulgari has the same concept with Louis Vuitton Group, which is they are welcoming the people who are willing to learn and gain the knowledge for their future. They offer their company member an extensive training program. Second, share value, cultivate an entrepreneurial spirit. Louis Vuitton is an energetic and decentralized organization. The company inspired his employees to be efficiency and responsiveness. So, Louis Vuitton also implement this system into Bulgari company. They encourage employee initiative by allocating each people with responsibility. Employees are encouraged to be entrepreneurs. Thank you.
Now I will explain about the deal structure for this acquisition. First of all, the total deal value in this acquisition was reported 4.3 billion euro, which 44% in cash and 56% in stock. In the first part of the deal, LV has used 3.5 of its stock to exchange with 50.43% of Bulgari stock. After the stock exchange, Bulgari has become the second largest shareholder in LV. After getting the controlling stock of Bulgari, LV has bought the remaining share by cash through a tender offer. LV has appointed a Paris company named Credit Agricole Chevreuse as a merchant bank to assist in this acquisition. The above is the explanation about how LV organized this acquisition. Now we will move to the next topic. This newly formed firm has faced some challenges before and after their acquisition. Before the acquisition, the profit generated from watches and jewelry portfolio has a huge difference from other portfolio in LV Group. Other portfolio has recorded more than 2,000 million euro per year, but for watches and jewelry portfolio only has less than 1,000 million euro profit. However, this situation has improved after LV acquired Bulgari, which is an Italian company which known for its watches and jewelry. After the acquisition, there were some negative opinions towards both LV and Bulgari. Some analysts argue that LV failed to take the full advantage and benefit from this acquisition. However, some analysts also said that Bulgari faced challenges in brand positioning in their target market. Right after the year of the acquisition, the trend of smartwatch with multiple features has forced Bulgari to come out with some new creative products, such as Bulgari Diagonal Magnesium Concept Watch. From past till now, LV and Bulgari have faced counterfeiting issues. The presence of counterfeit product gives negative impact on the brand and dilute the market share. LV has involved in blockchain to help their customer in tracking the counterfeiting of the goods, and they're still in their process to overcome this challenge. Currently, the business of LV and Bulgari has affected badly due to the coronavirus crisis. Most of their stores in China and other countries has forced to close in response to this outbreak. That's all from me. Thank you.
Today I will present about the value creation of merger and acquisition of Louis Vuitton and Bulgari. First, the sales and the share price of Louis Vuitton has increased. The sales are increased to Euro 4,444 million in the year 2012, which equal to 80.78%, includes the integration of Bulgari at June 30, 2011. The share price increased about Euro 29.4 or 26.87% in year 2012. Second, Louis Vuitton improved its jewelry business and expand its exposure to emerging markets such as China. Integration with Bulgari during this 2-year profit from requiring operation for this division of Louis Vuitton has increased from Euro 265 million to Euro 334 million. In division of watches and jewelry in Louis Vuitton rose from 8% in year 2011 to 10% in year 2012. Third, the revenue of Louis Vuitton in 2030 has decreasing to Euro 29,149 million. Next, the revenue rise back at increasing rate to Euro 30,638 million in year 2040. Louis Vuitton had created value by integration with Bulgari, as the Bulgari's directly owned store the iconic collections such as Spotted with the iconic snake hair designs and other symbolic product lines. It is also doing collection launch to the markets, for example, launching the Auto Watch in 2012. It also developed of the store network in the whole world and the marketing investment as a group of Louis Vuitton by the integration of Bulgari This is let Louis Vuitton expand into new market more easily because the cost of growth has been reduced. The post-acquisition strategy used by the Louis Vuitton in this acquisition is preservation, there remaining the value of Bulgari, because Louis Vuitton want to expand their market through the watches and jewelry business line, and the Bulgari is one of the famous business in the world. The Louis Vuitton motivated the management team by improve the financial of the company to reduce the risk of the company. It also improved the competitive power and changed some of the management team members and their position in Bulgari for improve the management team in Bulgari.
I'll be continued by explaining the corporate governance and performance of LVMH after the acquisition of Bulgari has taken place in 2011. The board member of LVMH and the top management of Bulgari had some changes. Now let's take a look on Bulgari first. Paolo Bulgari and Nicola Bulgari, who are both the great-grandsons of the founder of Bulgari, still remain as the chairman and vice chairman respectively. However, the CEO and COO left Bulgari and joined LVMH after the acquisition. The CEO was Francesco Trapani, and he joined LVMH as the head of watches and jewelry, while the COO was Alessandro Bolillo, and he became the COO of Sephora North America for 2012 and 2013. Besides, LVMH also agreed to have two representatives from Bulgari families to join the board. These two representatives was Paolo Bulgari and Francesco Trapani. Paolo Bulgari has become one of the advisory board members since then. As for Francesco Trapani, his position in LVMH was actually an executive committee member as well. And since Francesco Trapani has left Bulgari, LVMH appointed Michael Berg to be the new CEO of Bulgari. Besides, Bulgari was also the second largest family shareholder of LVMH because of the deal structure of this acquisition involved stock-for-stock transaction. But this situation ended in 2014 when Francesco Trapani resigned and he sold most of his shares. However, the non-current asset and the share price of LVMH increased after the acquisition. Bulgari also brought intangible asset to LVMH as its goodwill was valued 1.5 million euros. The consolidation of Bulgari also boosted the business group's revenue by 72%. Overall, LVMH performed well after the acquisition, and because of the decentralization policy, the corporation was not threatened by the 2011 financial crisis. Next, I'd like to talk about the future of newly merged company. The general direction of LVMH after acquisition was to focus on the Asian market for its watches and jewelry division, and the largest revenue of Bulgari was generated in Asia. So we can assume that the reason of LVMH acquire Bulgari was to take over the huge revenue resource of Bulgari in Asia. Before the acquisition, the other watches and jewelry brands under LVMH such as Tag Heuer, Zenith and Fred have not yet focused on the Asian market, especially China. Therefore, after Louis Vuitton Voyages exhibition was held at the National Museum of China in Beijing back in 2011, Bulgari toured its Bulgari 125 Years of Italian Magnificent exhibition at the same place a few months later. This was an important milestone because this was the first time Bulgari ever toured its jewelry exhibition in Asia, and 600 pieces of jewelry were being exhibited. This was a great opportunity for LVMH to build the brand recognition of Bulgari and other watches and jewelry brands in China. Before acquisition, the revenue of this division of LVMH by geographic region of delivery for Asia excluded Japan in 2010 was only amounted to 21%. However, after the acquisition, the revenue increased until it reached 26% in 2011 and 27% in 2015. Since then, Asia has substituted Europe and become the largest revenue generator for LVMH, and The revenue by Asia kept increasing until it reached 35% in 2018. By now, the future of watches and jewelry division of Lvmh can be expected to grow more. That's all from me. Thank you.
Now I am going to talking about the strategy and defensive measures in M&A by the acquired firms, and also the law used to make sure their mergers acquisition is legal. Let me start with strategies and defensive. Lvmh has achieved an excellent market in the world, and its effective strategies and extraordinary desire for product have exceeded time. Lvmh has encouraged respect for the share rules, practice, and principles. Lvmh groups ensure this practice reflect the highest standard of integrity, responsibility, and respect for stakeholders, and also ensure that Lvmh mission defines and adapt the processes, habits, and behaviors of production to improve in solving the environmental issues. Lvmh launches mandatory tender offer for all Bulgari common stock. Lvmh through acquisitions for the contributions and also offer intends to strengthen its presence in the luxury sectors. This enables Lvmh to reinforce its competitive advantage in the jewelry and watches markets due to the strong positions of Bulgari in this industry. Besides that, Bulgari also active in perfume, cosmetic accessories segments, which will strengthen Lvmh in its corresponding activity. The combinations will benefit Bulgari expertise and resources for Lvmh to realize full potentials, and also join an excellence platform to ensure long-term development of successful value since 1884. The acquisitions will benefit both companies from synergistic growth in Europe, Asia, and also America, by providing the Bulgari Group chance to cooperate with the other brands of the Lvmh Group in this industry. The sales of Bulgari better in platform for selling its million-thousand barbers in rapidly growing market like China. The acquisition will double share of the lucrative jewelry and watches market in Lvmh. This is a significant victory as a conglomerate battles with another hallowed name in high fashions. Bulgari family has decided to tender 43% of its share, which will make it the second largest family shareholder of the Lvmh Group. This complies with the Italian stock exchange regulations. Lvmh will submit the public purchase offer at the price of €12.25 per share on the share held by minority stockholder. This share transaction combines Bulgari watch and jewelry with Lvmh brands such as Lvmh and Hublot. Let me continue to talk about the law used to make sure their mergers acquisitions is legal. Lvmh acquired Bulgari based on the mergers regulations to control the whole of the undertaking Bulgari by the way of purchasing share. According to Article 106, the offer is the compulsory tender offer initiated by Lvmh. The CFA and the relevant implementations regulations set out in the regulations regarding burglary that follow the financial instrument of burglary. All the ordinary share issue as the date of publications of the offer document and denoted on by Lvmh. On 5 March 2011, both parties entered in the contribution agreement, according to which the Bulgari family, representing Bulgari majority shareholders, that agreed to invest all Bulgari shares in Lvmh to obtain the majority of the share capital and voting rights in Bulgari. The European Commission announced that, based on Article 61b of the European Mergers Regulations, to authorize the proposed acquisitions of Italian luxury product company Bulgari by Lvmh Group on 13th of June 2011. On the closing date, Bulgari family contributed and transferred of Lvmh 55.03% share capital of Bulgari family. The Commission's inquiry into the acquisition would not change the competitive structure of the relevant market because Bulgari holding small market share and Lvmh will continue facing effective competition from the other industry of luxury products.